Hello. There we go. Pause the music. Welcome back. Sorry that we cut off a bit there. It was because my computer is shit. Lovely. We left our three crones meeting the hapless Virgil, who they need to make sure gets chosen as Tilly, Rex's suitor, at the Rex breakfast ball in just 3 days' time. Unfortunately, she has no idea who he is. He has nothing nice to wear, and he doesn't know the first thing about high society manners and expectations. Luckily, we have three highly qualified crones who have. Also, they're all dinosaurs. I should say as well for you guys as well. Now that you're here, kind of, probably you, Bravin, will know a little bit about this world and kind of the stuff that's going on
I'm very well read.
within Victorian London at the moment. You know that basically the dinosaurs can talk and do all things humans can do. They also love breakfast foods, especially waffles. They love Victorian dinosaur waffles. That's a big thing at the moment. Also, you know that there are political tensions kind of growing between herbivores and carnivores at the moment. There's that's something that's brewing at the moment as well.
Very
But
Zootopia.
Okay, so
very
William
Zootopia, yes.
Shakespeare is going to capture Tilly to eat her.
That's what your plan is. William Shakespeare.
William Shakespeare.
Okay, that makes more sense. Cool.
So we're going to summon his ghost to be our villain of the dungeon.
Okay. What is your kind of immediate plan for the moment?
Oh, well, there was a tailor across the street. We could just go ahead and do that. And I also want to steal a horse.
Oh, yeah,
Cool.
he needs
So-
a horse.
So you need a horse. You're going to get a tailor for him. Is there anything else that you're going to do in this little montage?
Go to
We need the crash.
summon-
We need the crash course on the on high society.
Mhm.
Or I mean,
yeah.
really, we don't for our plan. I mean, like suspension bridge effect. Who cares if he's got terrible manners?
I mean, they definitely will.
Oh yeah.
His parents will be picking the suitor, so they'll need someone who's not just heroic but well mannered as well.
I will say at some point, where, like maybe when he's getting his suit fitted or something like that, I'm going to slip away and pretending to read, but actually I'm cutting apart the newspaper to make our ransom note.
I see now why you got this paper.
Yes.
Very good. Fantastic. In that case, let's. I'm going to do this as three separate, very short little bits. Firstly, Nonny, I imagine that Moirasaurus would probably be in charge of getting him a suit and a nice outfit for the ball, seeing as that's definitely your type of thing.
Mhm.
Fantastic. So let's cut across the road to you with Virgil in Fossil and Horn Haberdashery. There is the most esteemed shop of men's clothing accessories in all of London. The owners are two Stegosaurus, Clifford Fossil and Ernest Horn. And they are very, very kind of civilized, polite Stegosaurus, and with your expert assistance, measure him up for a very fine suit.
I am an absolute nightmare to be
Talk me
around
through it.
because I am sitting in the corner and I am fully backseat tailoring.
Oh, very. I love this. I love this. Clifford.
Put my knitting out. Just.
Fantastic. Clifford is asking plenty of questions about saying, so what is the... Sorry, let me just get into Clifford, right, Stegosaurus. And what is the occasion for this beautiful suit? He's looking at you.
Oh, so it's the breakfast?
Rex Breakfast Ball.
The breakfast ball. She gets it wrong.
Of course. Oh, I hear the carnivores are gathering to decide upon a suitor for young Miss Tilly. Is that correct?
From what I understand, it is. Yes. Now, are we sure we want to go with the single-breasted? I think double-breasted might suit his frame a bit better.
As you wish, madam.
Perfect. Thank you so much. I'll be quiet. I promise.
There's we have a lovely montage, and Pretty Woman by Roy Orbison plays, dun 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 dun, and he's kind of like walks into like a curtain and then comes out and he's wearing different suits and things and hats, and you say no to all of them. What outfit do you finally say yes to?
Okay, so it is. It's very elegant, very simple, but it is a very crispy done tuxedo. With absolutely extravagantly long tail, basically as long as his actual tail, right?
Yeah. So he
he's
definitely
also got
has. It's definitely got tails.
Oh,
Good.
and a very bright silk cravat.
What color?
What color is he?
He's kind of like a kind of quite a darkish, kind of reddish color.
Then I'm going to say bright green.
Bright green.
Like apple green. Like, I know technically they wouldn't have had a dye in this color in the Victorian times, but
they do in this timeline.
They do in this timeline.
Absolutely. It's strange. Now that he's kind of in this suit, you see him start to stand a little bit taller, and he kind of looks at himself in the mirror. The green of his kind of silk cravat kind of really makes his eyes pop. He's starting to look quite the part.
Oh, you'll be a lady killer before the end of the night. That's fantastic. And then I just kind of fuss around with like the hem of the sleeve and stuff, and I just go, maybe if we just took it up just an absolute tad. Like, obviously you're the expert, but just like maybe half an inch or so would just be.
Fantastic. We cut away to North. He's trying to procure a horse. Sorry, Anchor Elizabeth.
Yes. So I imagine I'm gonna go to a carriage house or a stable that might be nearby somewhere.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. You see a distinguished kind of. He stands quite tall, but he has kind of overalls and an apron on.
Okay.
And he introduces himself as Jeffrey.
Okay, and like this looks like a like a regular like run of the mill establishment. It's not like a
He's got, yeah.
Well, yeah.
It looks like I mean, would you prefer to have gone to a more well-to-do establishment, or?
If there is one available, I need a high-quality horse. Actually, come to think of it.
Yeah. Would you like the carriage with that, sir?
Oh no. We no need for any carriages, but we absolutely do need your finest horse. A very important person is going to be attending the Rex breakfast ball.
Oh, really? Who per se? I love the gossip.
Oh, I do as well, actually. Now, you didn't hear it from me, but do I know of any absolutely like famous Victorian dinosaurs other than like Winston?
Winston Churchosaurus is in the future, so that's the.
Oh yeah, he's in the future. We're back in the past. But yeah, like, are there any like noble houses that I'm more particularly aware of? Can I use a point of minutia to ask that question?
You totally can. Yes.
Yeah.
So you're looking for someone who's quite famous in the current times, or are you looking for someone like, or do you want to know like who else is going to be at the ball, like the rival suitors?
I want someone he would be surprised was gonna be there. Like, yeah, like someone like famous, like a famous composer, like,
I'm trying. My composer knowledge is of the Victorian era is not good enough for me to come up with a dinosaur pun.
Yeah, no, I was thinking.
Elgar is from the chat there. Yeah, so Elgaratops is going to be.
Elgar.
Let's call it.
Well, I'm actually here to procure one for famous composer Elgaratops. I'm sure you've heard of him.
Of course, I really enjoyed his fourth concerto.
I'm far more a fan of the sixth, but I can understand why you'd like that one.
I believe he's only written 5.
It's new.
Oh, well,
I'm his, personally, of course. You're gonna love it, I swear.
Well, fantastic. Well, if the great Elgaratops is going to be using one of my horses, you best have my finest steed. She's beautiful and white, and I call her Sharon.
Why, that sounds absolutely lovely. Can you bring him out?
Yes, of course, all riding horses are men, aren't they? What am I fucking talking about? Sharon, he's a fine steed. And it's a beautiful, very large horse. And he doesn't charge you anything because it's for someone really famous.
Awesome. Then yeah, I'm just like, I'm walking Sharon back, cause.
Cool.
Very trusting.
Yep. You've got all the trimming, the saddle and the bits.
Oh yeah.
The bit that goes in the mouth and then the shoe bits. I'm very good with horses. And then we cut to Fortuno.
Yes, Fortuno is.
Sat in a now tidied lounge area, sat opposite Virgil, who's trying to teach him the finer points of etiquette. What?
I'm going to be basing all of this on like high fantasy books that I've read, and not actual
that is fine.
reality. But so it may be a little bit, or it'll probably be very over the top.
That's fine. I just want to see you teach him.
I'll teach him how to dance. I think that's very important. I'll teach him how to dance in a ball.
Oh, great! Yeah.
We
see a montage of you going, no, put your hand here, don't touch my tail, and teach him the waltz.
I'm going to use a point of muscle to tip his couch over, and then have him pretend to teach him how to ride a horse.
Okay. He's just got a horse, but that's fine.
Well, it's not. I'm assuming that hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And let's see, what else does he need to know? I guess some does he have any food whatsoever in his kitchen?
Currently, no, but he does have lots of cutlery.
Okay, I'll teach him etiquette, dining etiquette.
Fantastic. Brilliant.
And then I'm going to try to teach him how to fight a dragon with like a broomstick. Teach him swordsmanship.
He looks he's got his kind of new suit on, and he's going, are you sure this is This is
absolutely necessary.
Oh, if you say so, you're the expert.
If you can't defend your woman, then you aren't worthy of her.
Awesome. I'm going to let you don't bother with the point of muscle, but spend a point of minutia, like as a kind of teaching mechanism for this. I'm going to say all of this stuff takes you to like the day before the ball, all these preparations and things. What is there anything else that you want to do in these couple of days?
Kidnap Tilly.
Yeah.
Cool. And then I assumed you need to find the darkest, most isolated with rusted iron fence and gate and this big manor on a hill that is very suspicious and would be a perfect place to have our dungeon.
Cool. I'll say if you want to spend another point of minutia, I can give you the perfect. I'll give you the perfect location for that because I know you've got a lot of that anyway. You find a perfect location in Victorian England. It's a dilapidated kind of manor. The owners died in a fire mysteriously just the previous year. No one's touched it since. They don't know who the heiress manor is.
Perfect.
But
Can I use a point of strength to structurally to make the dungeon much structurally weaker so that it is essentially trapped to the point of extreme danger?
So you're home aloneing it.
Yeah, well, I also want to just like slam my tail like on the ceiling and like the floor and stuff and like make it like cracking so like it might like cave in at some point. But obviously in a manner they won't do that until Virgil gets there, or maybe the other suitors if they somehow find out about this.
Okay, awesome. Yep, that's absolutely fine. You don't have to spend it now, but I will say that when you get to the point that you can weaken everything to create some traps and make a death trap out of this house for sure.
And then we'll definitely have some Home Alone-esque stuff. Have like a basket of dinosaur eggs. Are dinosaurs still born from eggs in this timeline?
Yes. Oh yes.
Do they
we
have
eat
special
any?
cradles for the eggs? They put
Yeah,
them
it's
on clothes.
like a little cot type thing, and they kind of bundle it like kind of like a nest, but with blankets.
Lovely. Can I ask something completely off topic?
I think you're about to.
I just finished my cider. I'm trying to decide if I should have another cider, a Copperberg gin, a plain G&T, a rhubarb and ginger G&T, a ginger G&T, or an orange G&T.
I think that is perfectly on topic.
Yeah, one of the ginger options, undoubtedly.
I would have said G&T for sure. So go for the ginger G&T.
Cool. So there's one that's ginger and rhubarb, or
no
one that's
rhubarb. Rhubarb in gin is awful.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say that as a hard rule, but I'd agree that the ginger G&T sounds the most appetizing.
I'm gonna go grab that from the fridge.
All right, well, I'm gonna go run grab a beer if that is the case as well.
Go for it. I'll just talk to Bravin.
Yeah, well,
I don't drink, so.
Everyone's gone off to just you run north. You run. Lovely. As you seem to be the mastermind behind this dastardly scheme. At what point in the three, are you going to try and kidnap her?
What time of day is the ball? Is it like
breakfast.
In the morning? So
yeah.
in the morning.
Dinosaurs love breakfast.
So in the middle of the night before the ball.
Perfect.
Because the way I'm imagining it is that he'll rescue her and then bring her on horseback just in time to make it to the ball.
Okay, awesome. So
I'd like him to wake up to that ransom note. I'll nail it to his door or something.
Okay, you arrive the night before the ball to try and kidnap Tilly.
Mm-hmm.
And as I guess you've kind of studied this. You've tried to make a plan as to how you would break in to get it. Maybe smashing a window or something like that.
Ooh, wait. I don't want to be using up all of our spell tokens. But should William come along on the kidnapping?
I mean, I was assuming you were going to try and do it discreetly.
Well, I mean, William's a ghost. Well, I guess if ghosts are easily found, as we found out earlier, they're visible to everyone. Never mind.
Chris, how many spell tokens are we sitting at right now?
Currently at 2.
Okay.
However, when you arrive, the window to Lee's room is open already.
Oh.
Can we see anything through the open window?
You'd have to climb up. Luckily, there's the kind of trellis outside. So climbing up, I assume Aunt Elizabeth does this. You see her room. It looks like it's been ransacked, and there is a note on the bed.
Oh my goodness! Someone beat us to it. Guess I'll sneak in and grab the note.
The note is by a group called Shirts, the Secret Herbivorous Individuals Revolutionary Troop. And it says, our time as inferior beings is at an end. If you want your precious daughter back in time for the ball, you will give us £1,000. 2 chaos tokens being spent to kidnap her before the ball. So you now have 4 spell tokens to use.
Well, I think we should steal the ransom note and give it to Virgil so that he can be the one to save her.
Absolutely. I think we should go pound these people, kidnap her ourselves, and then stick with the original plan.
No, because then
I don't like these people. Political activism does not belong in my story of romance.
But we can help him quietly, but in a more obvious, we don't have to hide it as much.
What if we leave the ransom note and then have Virgil and the parents fight it out to see who can rescue her first?
But we don't want to kill her parents.
I think he meant a verbal fight.
Well, like a race almost. But I wasn't really worried if they were gonna die. But
I was under the impression that anyone else other than Virgil who attempted to go rescue her was gonna die.
Oh.
So we could eliminate some of the other suitors. So I thought it might have been too dangerous for her parents.
And yes, we'll give it to the other suitors for more drama.
Okay.
I mean, you could just leave the ransom note there, because then they'd know then that she had been kidnapped. But then you could give Virgil a head start.
I am going to, in my book, make a few copies of the ransom note.
Okay, I like this.
Using the remaining clippings from the newspaper.
Okay, absolutely.
I'm just looking over her shoulder, just bouncing, standing there, just so excited over all the drama this is gonna cause.
Cool. You hear a noise coming from down the corridor. Footsteps.
I think it's time to get out of here.
Yeah. We should
And
just
then you
sneak
hear-
ourselves back out the window.
You hear a knock at the door saying, "Tilly, darling, I heard some strange noises coming from your room."
I want to rustle the room a little bit more and then leave.
You go, "Oh no!"
Just push a lamp onto the floor, and then leave.
Cool.
Everything just happened.
As you do this, the door opens and a woman looks you dead in the eye as you're just climbing out the window. Fortunatus. And she sees your face and lets out a scream.
Can I use a point of might to knock her out?
I assumed you guys had already left out of the window.
Oh.
Because Bravin wanted to stay and smash a plate or something.
That's fair.
I'm going to wink and then continue to leave.
Okay, awesome.
And then come down. That went great.
You hear a scream coming from up, kind of from the room. I imagine you scarper as quickly as you possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Along behind.
Lovely. I imagine then we will cut to Virgil's house.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm assuming it's still the middle of the night. I just want to take the old ransom note and replace it with one of the ones that I copied.
With what now? Oh,
so
what?
The original ransom note I made, I'm gonna remove, and then the one that I copied from the herbivore dinosaurs. I want him to have that.
But are you going to just give him a note, or are you going to go and talk to him?
I was just gonna leave it on the door. Are we going to go talk to him?
I think we should, because
I'd like
to come with him to rescue her so that we can make sure he doesn't die.
In fairness, Nonny's got this spot on here. Like, he has no hope of.
Yeah. We have to be discreet though, because Virgil has to be the lone hero. Like Tilly can't know we're there.
It's like when you're trying to teach a kid how to ride a bike and you have to like hold it steady and you're like, oh, you're doing so well, sweetie. You're riding the bike all by yourself, but you still like have an absolute death grip on it. That's what we need to do, I think.
Okay.
Okay. Are we still going to give the notes to the other suitors though? Because I do think that would be just bring so much more to the party. Like then Tilly can see Virgil triumphing over all the other suitors.
We should give them edited notes so that like they get parts of it wrong. So like they accidentally offer the herbivores like a big sack of meat or something and then get shanked.
I think, what if we make it sound like it's a battle royale where they have to fight each other?
Also,
that sounds one.
Like we tell them to meet a location, duke it out, and then the winner gets Tilly.
Can I just stress that you are trying to not make too many ripples on the timeline, so having people literally kill each other is probably not the best thing to do.
They don't have to die. They can just like fist fight and knock each other out. It can be a non-lethal brawl.
What if we give them an edited note that sends them off on a journey across the world?
Just send them in the complete wrong direction.
Yeah, Tilly's off in Italy right now, and that's where we need the ransom delivered to.
I'm gonna change the note. She has been kidnapped and is on a ship called the Titanicosaurus. They're taking her away. It departs, and then I'm gonna say it's gonna depart at the same time that the ball is going to start. I don't care if the ship is actually real or not.
No worries. And how are you going to find out about who the other suitors are?
I'll use a point of minutia.
Very good. Cool. Of like the two kind of favorites. There are other suitors, but there's two specific favorites. There's someone called Sadie Ceratops, who is one of the few herbivores courting Tilly, a female dinosaur who oozes charisma. And you know that Tilly seems to be taken with Sadie. There's also Temple.
I'm sorry. Are you asking me to root against the lesbian dinosaurs?
I'm not asking you to do anything.
It's for the sake of the timeline, Moira.
Temple to Soar is a fairly soft-spoken flying dinosaur, and has been very close friends with Tilly for many years as well.
I will leave the ransom notes at both locations. I'll like flip it into like the mail slot or just like under the door, or some way to just get it in the house without breaking in.
Awesome. Great. And what are you saying to Virgil? Let's play this scene out.
I'm just gonna give him a note. I'm not even gonna say anything. I'll like tug on his sleeve and then hand him the note and let him read it.
I imagine that you don't have a key to his house just yet.
Oh, I guess we should knock.
Are you breaking?
I was gonna say I could break in. No. Can I kick the door down? Does that require a point of strength?
Absolutely does, yes.
Okay, well I kick the door down, and I'm like, Virgil, Tilly's in trouble. You need to save her.
After a few moments of a kind of very bleary-eyed, Virgil comes down the stairs and goes, What have you done to my door?
I'm gonna give him the ransom note now.
Pat him on the arm.
Not the actual one, not the one that has the Titanic on it.
Oh, wait, what's this? Tilly's been kidnapped? What do we do? I don't have this sort of money.
Okay, I would like to use 3 points of 3 of the spell points.
Yeah.
Or spell tokens in order to teach him I don't know. Is it like, do I have to actually guide him through it, or does he just like gain the ability to use this magic when I teach him a spell?
What's the spell that you're going to give to him?
I'm going to do the one from the crystal ball that will allow him to see 10 minutes into the past or future.
Okay. Fantastic. No, you kind of blow on your. What does it look like when you cast the spell?
I'm going to be writing a copy of the instructions of how to cast the spell in my book, tear out the page and hand it to him like a pamphlet, and it'll be like a what is it called? Just like a how-to, like step-by-step guide. It's like peering into the future for dummies.
Oh, fantastic! Cool. He says, "Wait, what are we doing?"
We're not going to use money. We're saving Tilly with future powers and pure will.
Oh, and don't forget your broomstick. Don't forget what I taught you.
Right. Yes. No. You're right, Aunt Elizabeth. Let me get my broomstick.
Oh, and
I'll let me get dressed as well.
Feel free if you think really hard about what's going to happen in the next 10 minutes. And if you think that you might die, then don't do the things that'll lead you to that future.
Ah, yes, that's great thinking. Great thinking. Yes, I feel fully prepared. Let me put some clothes on first, and he puts his only clothes on, which is his new fancy suit. He's holding a broomstick, which is he's broken the brush end off.
And then we just have the horse outside for him.
Sweetie, is that your weapon?
Yes, I've got an actual sword.
Yeah, what about the claws and the teeth?
Yes, I've got those.
Also, like, you have a lot of cutlery. Do you not have any steak knives? My love, I don't think a broom's gonna help you.
I do actually only have steak knives. Steak is mostly what I eat.
And dead mice.
I'll get a steak knife.
He eats his steak with 2 steak knives.
He does. He's not got any forks. No forks. Just knife. If you look at the plate, there's 2 knives, 6 knives on either side. There's the fish knife and the.
Can we just like take like a bit of twine and fashion one of the knives on the end of his broomstick?
I mean, you could probably just cast a spell to create him a sword if you want to.
Well, we only have 1 spell token left, so I can't.
You've got 2 spell tokens left, I believe.
Oh, we do. Okay.
No, we only have the 1. I'm pretty sure.
No, we had. Oh yeah, because
I spent another chaos point to make someone come to the room whilst you were fashioning notes.
Oh, okay.
It's a simple spell, so you can you don't even have to spend a spell point. You can spend, let's say, a muscle point.
Okay, I'll do that. I have a muscle point. I have 1, so I'll use that and make him. I'll stick with the sword.
Okay, awesome. So, how do you create the sword?
I am going to take the broom from him. Put it shove the entire broom into my book, and then start writing. And it's like you just see I take like a feather and just start like writing, and then when I pull it back out, it's a sword.
Nice.
What? How? What? Who are you 3?
Long story, my lovely.
Where do we go? Where do we go? Where are they being held?
It's on the ransom note, right?
I don't think it was.
I'm out of minutia.
I'm also out of minutia.
I've got minutia. Can I figure it out?
You can spend a spell point to get you have some more minutia if you want to.
Oh, that's true.
I have a point of minutia that I can just use.
Yeah, we'll let her do it.
Yeah.
Cool. So what does it look like when you? It's like a little kind of spell that you're doing.
Yeah. So I've got I've got my knitting out, and I there go like, well, what happened? And I start to tell the story of how she got kidnapped. And as I'm telling the story, the knitting gets faster as I'm kind of divining the information of where they took her after that.
Awesome. This is perfect actually. As you do this and you're knitting, like the threads of that you're weaving together into what I imagine to be some sort of scarf. Suddenly, the threads of things that you've seen and people you've spoken to start to come together, and you remember some herbivores that you were speaking to who took a very, very large amount of interest in the ball and the details of the ball and where it was happening. Not only a few days ago, indeed, North, the haberdashery across the road.
How could they? And after I was so polite.
I knew they had something under their hats, even though I never met them.
Yes, all those plates on their backs, full of evil.
Do I know if she's being held at the haberdashery?
Yes, you get the strong impression with your spell that there's a basement underneath.
Oh, well, that's awfully convenient.
I still want him, even though it's like right across the street, I still want him to ride the horse.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, no, he has. Sharon is too beautiful not to be ridden.
Yes, he is. I love that you've just gone, quick, get on the horse. I've saddled it for you. Great. Where am I going? Just over there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, walking along behind him.
You guys get there before he does.
Yeah. It takes him that long to saddle the horse.
Over in the haberdashery, you see there's a light on inside, a flickering oil lamp from deep inside the haberdashery.
Okay, Virgil, now, before you go in, do you feel like in the next 10 minutes, the actions that you're currently planning on doing will lead to your untimely demise?
He goes, hang on. No, but I think there's about 4 or 5 herbivores down in the basement.
Good. Now, my lovely.
But it's fine, because apparently you guys are going to help me fight them.
Yes, but remember, we're here to support you. We're following your lead. And I kind of look to them and go, like, we're not, but like, subtly. Like,
yeah, just whatever, Virgil, whatever happens, just remember, you have to take all the credit. All of it. We were never here.
Absolutely. Well, if you'll excuse me, and he turns to the door and he kind of goes, "Fire!" and then he kicks at the door, and then his foot goes through the door, and the door doesn't open, and he's kind of left, kind of hopping with one foot stuck in the door. And he goes, "Wait, I've got this," and then his other foot comes out, and he kind of kicks the door open, but now he's lying on his back, with both feet stuck in the door. And he says, hang on, and then he kind of pulls himself free, and then he kind of looks round back to you, Fortuna. It's so hard to say, and say, was that a thing? Was that cool?
We're very proud of you.
Great. Well, follow me, and then he.
I'm just speechless. I don't even know what to say to that. Like, I literally gave this guy the ability to see into the future 10 minutes, and that's what he does with it.
Yeah.
He didn't. No one saw that coming.
No, like he saw all of that and thought that is a perfectly acceptable course of action.
I got the door open. What more do I need?
Yeah.
He charges in. There's
really letting him take the lead.
He has to. He has to. That's the most dramatic entrance.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
I guess you guys are talking kind of about this, and so kind of miss what happens when he kind of runs in, and as you're talking, the front of the haberdashery window smashes, and out comes flying a Stegosaurus and lands on the floor. And you hear from inside Virgil go, "I'm so sorry. I didn't know my own strength."
We should get inside now.
Alright. I'm going to step on the dinosaur that just came out the window and walk through the broken window.
I
and you
also
see
do
kind
that.
of
On profile.
I just imagine like the little Dilophosaurus just like hops up and through the window, and then the giant Ankylosaurus just like as also I through the window.
Absolutely, your tail knocks a few shards of glass out of the way.
Yeah.
You head on. He kind of leads the kind of way through this haberdashery and kicks back a carpet, and there's a trap door kind of there, which he lifts up and he kind of you kind of see a little spark behind his eye, like something carnal and forgotten in there. This rage of this once kind of ultra predator comes through. He kind of says, "Let's do this!" and charges down into the basement.
Dude, try not to kill anybody.
Do you guys follow him down?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I'm writing.
I'm
I'm writing down in my book, just like details about everything that's happening, so I can write a story about it later.
Amazing. You get down the stairs quite close behind him, and he's kind of. And you kind of see this scene in front of you, with a bag on her head and hands tied behind her back. There's you can see what some sort of dinosaur with a kind of frilly nightgown on, looking around, not saying anything. Maybe she's gagged or something. And around her are a mixture of different dinosaurs. The other haberdasher is there, Horn, as well as two what used to be called brontosauruses, but I think are now called apatosaurus, and one triceratops, all kind of looking around, and they all kind of are looking in shock at the scene that's just unfolded, and kind of staring at you all going. And Virgil kind of stops, as if like he's suddenly kind of lost all the power. In fact, I'm going to say chaos point to say that he's freezes up.
Okay.
And
in the moment where everyone's kind of frozen and like not sure what to do, as soon as I see that Tilly has a bag on her head, I just run forward and like spin around and use a point of might to take out that triceratops or a point of muscle.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Just tail to the face, knock him out.
That's so. Yeah, I can picture you dive forward, and one of the spikes catches him on one of his spikes, and he goes flying back and hits the back of his head, the unarmored part, against the wall, and just knocks down for the count. And that kind of sets everyone off, and suddenly everyone starts charging towards each other.
How many tokens do we have?
We have 2.
You got 3 now. I've just
okay.
Is Virgil still frozen?
Currently, but he's got 2 I'm going to call them brontosauruses because I want to. Are kind of running towards him because he's got a sword.
May I try use a spell?
Absolutely.
So I'm going to want to essentially give him a magical hype talk. So
oh, awesome! Yes.
So I have had my knitting in my hands this entire time. Like she walks knitting.
Yeah.
And I'm just there going, Virgil, sweetie. Now, like, I know this is scary, but you have 100% got this. Okay? Don't you let your Aunt Morosaurus down. All right? Okay? And I just very gently push him forwards.
Awesome. I would say that's a 1 spell token. So a 1 point spell.
Cool.
To give him that to break that. And he goes, I've got this, and runs towards these two brontosauruses. Another one, the did I say it was a brachiosaurus?
Mm.
No, it's the other stegosaurus.
Yeah.
At the back. And I don't know if they had them in this timeline, but fuck it. It takes out a pistol and aims it at Virgil from behind. And he looks like he's trying to get a shot off, or try and get a clear view.
Well, I'm hoping Virgil would have seen this when he looked into the future, but in case he didn't,
We help him. That's the problem.
He said that you'd help him.
I would like to use my last point of my last gift point. I have Moxie.
Yeah.
I am going to yell to this man with the pistol. Don't shoot him, shoot me, and then I'm going to hold my book out to shield myself.
Oh, I love that so much. He takes your advice, the Stegosaurus, and goes, God damn carnivores, and takes a shot, and there's a huge hole out, kind of in your book. You're unharmed, but your book has taken some damage. I'm going to say it's a big chunk has been taken out of it. In fact, I'm going to give you a chaos point for that as well. I'm going to spend a chaos point to say that you can't use your book for until you get it repaired. Which is going to take you at least a few hours. Especially, it is your focus, so it'll take you a few hours just to kind of concentrate on it, and you can fix it, but for this part at least, you'll be able to use it.
Damn.
But you've now got 3 spell points. I thought that was awesome, though.
Well, I can't cast any spells now.
Oh, no.
What's his face? Virgil. Actually should be doing all right against these the brontosauruses. That because of their long necks, they actually have a exposed weakness, and it looks to be jumping around them. One of them then knocks the sword out of his hand, and he, remembering something that one of you said earlier on, just jumps, and his big teeth wrap around this thing's neck. And kind of lands on top, and the other one picks up a chair and goes to smack it on the back of his head.
Hit him with the chair!
Yes, Robin.
Can I still use spell points to
yes.
regain? Okay. So the guy that shot the hole in my book definitely set off the long temper of Fortuna. I would like to give myself a point of muscle and just beat the shit out of him.
Absolutely. But you're gonna beat him to with the book.
With the book, yes. With the book that he shot a hole through.
Okay. Here's how I imagine this playing out. As the chair comes back to be hit on Virgil, this roar of rage comes off, and he stops and looks as you fly across the room, and the Stegosaurus kind of goes, "Oh no!" as you start to beat this guy over the head with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's super excited to see a guy get hit with the chair, but Rob is out of experience. Izzy just kind of shrugs and is like, "Hit him with the book!"
I'd like to imagine that the book is, compared to how small Fortuna is, the book is almost like the size of a folding chair to her.
Absolutely. Noni, what is Moira doing?
So it's not the guy with the chair that Fortunus is hitting with
No.
I'm gonna give the one with the chair a sharp whack around the head with my walking stick.
Fantastic. Do you want to spend a point of muscle to?
Yeah.
Fantastic. As he is looking perturbed, suddenly this bonk at the back, and he kind of just crumbles to the floor.
I'm just standing over, and that's why you don't kidnap people, okay?
And then Virgil releases his teeth and just kind of punches this other brontosaurus in the head, and he just kind of crumples to the floor, and then stands up and looks around for someone, but everyone else has been knocked out. And then he kind of looks back to you, Moira, and whispers, "What do I do now?"
Go get Tilly. Free her. Okay, you did so good, sweetie. You did so good.
Let's go. I'm just miming like, let's go.
I'm still hitting the guy with the book.
I'll try and pull Fortuna. Oh man, I can't say it. Fortuna
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortuna is off of the guy as
Okay,
we're climbing back up the ladder.
Eventually, I've had my fill.
And you kind of peeking around down the kind of stairs. You see Virgil go and takes the herd off her head and the gag from around her and ties it and says, "Miss Tilly, I thought it prudent that I come and rescue you as soon as possible." And she kind of, you can see her eyes kind of wide, and she's, "Oh, thank you very much. And who may you be?" And he says, "My name is Virgil, Virgil Raptor. I was planning on coming to your ball today, and I would very much hate for you to miss it, my lady." And she says, "Oh," and you can see her look a little bit flustered, and she says, I very much like it if you could take me home as soon as possible." And he says, "I have my horse outside already." And with that, you guys start to glow. As another mission is complete, very much in the Quantum Leap style, you glow and disappear, hoping that the next leap will be your last. And you appear back in your at your home with a big kind of, I imagine you've got kind of a big kind of pool of water, and you see this ball take place. The next day, and her parents are so taken with Virgil that they instantly let them get married, and the timeline has been restored. Well done, Crones. Congratulations.
Is there, just out of curiosity, is there going to be like a drawn picture of me in the newspaper like the next day as like the kidnapper?
Absolutely. None. So the shirt, as they're called, the herbivores, that they all get arrested and they're questioned extensively as to your identity, but they all deny any knowledge of you, and you become this kind of mythical figure as they think that you're the ringleader of the gang.
Is that kind of like when the U.S. Army tried to find Dorothy?
Yes. Similar to that.
Oh man.
But yes, you have restored the timeline, albeit rather chaotically. I was going to at one point spend my last 3 points to have a comet start to fly through the sky, as a distraction to see what you guys did, but we didn't get round to that. So. And everyone would be panicked, but they'd all feel a sense of strange deja vu.
Nice.
But thank you so much, guys, for playing this stupid game. Did you guys enjoy yourselves?
It was fun, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good fun.
Awesome. Well, and thank you for the people who have continued to watch on the stream. And thanks, Tim, for helping me out with a Victorian composers. Amongst other things as well. If you are watching this or on catch up or whatever, if you want to come check us out, we're here every Sunday with a rotating group of GMs and players. Next week, our beautiful Nonny is running the adventure. Do you want to tell us a bit about what we're doing next week?
Yeah, so next week we are going to be playing Trashkin, where our players will be some fantastic half human, half animal creatures who eat trash and go on a magical fantasy adventure.
Fantastic. That sounds awesome. Brabham, do you want to plug your stream as well?
Sure. Thanks everyone who came and watched. I run D&D one-shots on Thursdays that I write, and you can find my stuff at twitch.tv/dmchronicles if you want to see more stuff like that.
Fantastic. Thanks
And
so
I'll
much
drop
for
that in the chat.
thank you so much for playing, Bravin. North, do you have anything you want to promote?
Just the love of this wonderful hobby and everything that my new friends are promoting, of course.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for joining us for the first time, Bravin, North, and for every time you're here, Nonny, is a joy. Thanks so much for playing, and hopefully see or experience some of you here next week. Thanks so much for coming. Bye.